Mm, shocker. Disclaimer, I do not own all the audio contained within this video. I am using it within the Furious Act guidelines. It's been altered and speed and is being used for commentary, educational purposes only. Shocker. So, TH, you go live. Some of your topics probably were, very important. But then you delete your live stream. So, that doesn't go over well with me. Because I don't think that you're really that educated in what you're going on about. Mm.
Are okay with gender. It makes me sick to my stomach. How so many people can be anti-Islam,
How so many people can be anti-Islam and okay with genocide is what you said there. Nobody is okay with genocide. But are you really calling yourself Islam? I mean, I'm not trying to be any kind of way, but do you not educate yourself? Do you just not educate yourself? I mean, do you just not? Do you just not?
In Syria and Iraq, the top general of U.S. Special Operations Command in Africa is warning that Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and other Islamic terrorists After losing ground in Syria and Iraq, the top general of U.S. Special Operations Command in Africa is warning that Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and other Islamic terror groups are now trying to take over parts of the continent's most populous nation.
So wait a minute. I thought Israel is the one who comes along and is stealing your country and stealing people's country and things like that. But yet, what's going on here in Nigeria and Syria and stuff? Is it a genocide?
General Dagvin Anderson says Muslim terrorists have set their sights on Nigeria's southern and northwestern regions, and the U.S. is now sharing specific intelligence with the country. So this intelligence...
So, TH, when you want to run your trap about shit,
So, yeah. You guys make it through it all? You look so pretty. It's brutal, and it's like people don't even care. And people don't care about humanity.
actually, Tiffany,
what it means for
Tiffany,
these kids and,
Tiffany, what's been going on in Gaza has been getting a lot more media attention than what.
Sharing is absolutely vital, and we stay fully engaged with the government of Nigeria to provide them an understanding of what these terrorists are doing.
Their goal, eventually turn Nigeria into a Muslim country and force.
Tell us about that, Tiffany. Tell us about that. Tell us about that. This is just days ago, Tiffany.
Everybody keeps bringing up October 7th, which was fucked up. I do not agree at all. But want to name off all of our October 7th?
Yes, could you?
From 19.
Yeah, could you? Don't just give a general statement. Could you have some facts? Because I want to know why you're supporting groups that are doing this to people in Nigeria and Syria and even in Palestine. Tell me why you think it's okay.
48 all the way to fucking now. Yeah, go ahead. Before October 7th, like, go ahead. So many people are complicit in the fucking apartheid state, you know? And my husband got a picture from our son who's over there right now. And it's Israeli settlers moving in next to their village, which has never happened.
God forbid, right? God forbid is Israel settlers move in, huh? I don't want that. But there you are over there in Nigeria, killing off people because you want to take their land. Okay.
Half the country's population to either leave or convert.
Christians are in the eye of the target, and they're coming after them.
And the numbers are staggering. August 6th, Muslims stormed 4 remote Christian villages in Kaduna State, killing 22 villagers. July 24th, 21 dead, scores injured, and several.
Come on. We're listening out there October 7th. Come on, lift off yours, like you said. Like you had. Come on, what's wrong? You don't care about Nigeria? No. You don't care about them? You just want to support Islam and make up some lies about shit, do you?
Where they live has always been clear of Israeli people, settlers, you know?
You want to act like you're, down with humanity, but you can't live side by side with other religions and stuff? Really?
Because what they do is they steal the land from the Palestinians. And they
Hold up.
Christian homes destroyed by militants. July 19th, 19 people killed when assailants armed with guns and machetes attacked a wedding reception. And the list goes on. Leading human rights groups say what's going on in Nigeria is a genocide.
If you look at what's happened in the last 20 years, George, it's just massive number of attacks against Christians.
That's who you are. TH. That's who you want everybody to support.
Look, 50 to 70,000 have been murdered.
For years, the main terror group was Boko Haram, which seeks to overthrow the government here and create an Islamic state.
They go after Christians and moderate Muslims. They push a hardline Muslim agenda. It is their intention to establish a caliphate and to just rid all of Nigeria and West Africa of any Western influence whatsoever.
Wow, Tiffany. Really? But it's those Israeli settlers you gotta look out for. So you're trying to say?
from all over the world that claim birthright just because they're Jewish. You know, first of all, how the fuck can you have any country for just one religion? I don't.
You're stupid. You hear what you're saying there? But why are these Islams over there killing Christians in Nigeria? You wanna explain that to us? Huh? Everybody in Israel isn't Jewish, you stupid bitch.
So much, baby. I really do. I don't get it, you know, and I don't understand how America can fund that. You know, we ran to the aid when our time. But what about fucked up? I do not agree at all. But you want our time? But what about do not agree at all. But you want to name off all of our October 7th from the Palestinians? Like, so many people are complicit in the fucking apartheid state, you know? And my husband got a picture from our son who's over there right now. And settlers, you know? Because what they do is they steal the land from the Palestinians and they give it to people from all over the world that claim birthright just because they're Jewish. You know, first of all, how the fuck can you have any country for just one religion?
You are a dumb bitch.
I don't understand. Thank you, Marianne. I appreciate you so much, baby. I really do. I don't get it, you know, and I don't understand how America can fund that. You know, we ran to the aid when Hitler.
She says the U.S. ran to the aid about Hitler. World War II. In the meantime, Tiffany, why don't you give a fuck about Nigeria?
Nazi. We were doing everything we could to help stop that genocide and apartheid.
You actually weren't. You actually weren't.
But what about Congo? What about all the other people?
Attacked by Muslims?
Now, there's a new actor on the scene. In Nigeria's so-called Middle Belt region, where the Muslim North meets the Christian South, a terror group made up of Muslim Fulani herders are killing thousands of Christians. More than 1,400 Christians were hacked to death in just the first.
Are you hearing yourself?
7 months of 2020 by Fulani herders.
Unfortunately, the secular media are quite often biased and trying to present this as a tribal conflict rather than religious.
Nigeria's
There's 20 people here and nobody wants to say hello. Let's just do the silent treatment then. Hello, Dashy Dives. Hello. Hello.
president, a Muslim, has so far done very little to stop the bloodshed. He's
A Muslim. TH, a Muslim. Why are you not pissed off about what's still going on, like, for 20 years over there in Nigeria?
Ukraine. Look what happened in Ukraine. We ran to the aid for Ukraine. Thousands, hundreds, millions of people raised money to help them. You know, but what the fuck about Palestine? What about Syria? What about Congo? What about all of these other places?
How about Muslims that are extremists and stuff? Stop killing people. How's that sound?
Several different parts of Africa. You know, and they kill everybody, naming them terrorists like Saddam Hussein.
Police and army are also mostly made up of Muslims.
The attackers are never captured. They are not prosecuted. The security services respond very slowly. A full day can go on with attacks happening and no security shows up. And frequently, the government officials will provide cover.
Helpless and vulnerable to almost daily attacks, leading Catholic bishops are now urging Nigerian Christians to defend themselves.
So what's going on, CH? You don't care about Nigeria? You didn't care about Yemen?
Was the only leader who helped Palestine. You know, and they branded him as a terrorist and unalived him. For what? You know, people, we don't all have to agree on tactics on how people run their countries and whatever, right? And I'm not saying that things that they did or he did were not wrong. But like Osama bin Laden, right?
Human rights groups are asking the White House to appoint a special envoy to help end the persecution of Christians in Nigeria.
Unless the world takes note and puts pressure, economic pressure, sanctions, visa bans on the officials who are responsible for this travesty and for not reining in the terror, then Nigeria will continue to be a bloodbath.
Meanwhile,
So TH, how come you don't care about Nigeria?
I agree, deserve to not be alive, right? But everybody knows that 9/11 was not something that just happened on a whim. You know? Okay, you don't have to. You know, everyone knows that. You know? So it's like, it's just sad. It truly is sad to me. And about politics.
I'd like to know what you mean by that.
It's about humanity. It's about humanity. It's about why in the hell are we not saving all people? Why do we pick and choose based off of skin color and merit? You know, based off of how much financial gain we can get from that country. Hard time. But what about these hospitals? They are targeting journalists. Evidence was so many people's way of life to unalive and these was fucked up. I do not agree at all. But you want to name off all of our October? You know, everybody, humanitarian aid. It doesn't bother me. I just sad. It truly is sad to me. Several different parts of Africa, you know, and they kill everybody, naming them terrorists, like Saddam Hussein. He was the only leader, stand in respect. I agree, deserve to not be alive, right? But everybody knows that 9/11 was not something that just happened on a whim. You know? Okay, you don't have to. You know, everyone knows that. You know? So it's like,
no hunting for Wi-Fi, no hassling with local SIM cards. 5 continents, countless countries, it works everywhere I go. Unlimited data means...
The Israeli military says it's pausing fighting in parts of Gaza to address a worsening humanitarian crisis. Starting today, the IDF is halting activities for 10 hours every day in 3 areas. Secure routes will also...
Okay, so there's the actual news, TH, that Israel is allowing food and aid.
will be designated to help aid agencies deliver food and supplies. The military says it has also resumed aid airdrops in Gaza, which include packages containing flour, sugar, and canned food. The measures follow months of warnings by aid agencies about a looming famine due to Israeli restrictions. Ahead of the pause, health officials in Gaza say more than 24 Palestinians were killed in various strikes.
I would say it's a bad time, but it's not enough. Like, we need...
Right. In the meantime, though,
Because what they do is that when they come around, you run into your hut, into your house. And then what they do is that they will now, cycle the house with fear. They will lit fire on the house. And then when you are coming out, they will now hack you down with match.
In the ongoing genocide in Nigeria, Frank Uto, a Nigerian lawyer and native of Yelawata, joins us now. Frank, these 50 that have been killed recently, you were talking with me before we got started about...
those are slaughtered by Muslims, Islamics, not Israelis.
Joel, appreciate you joining me today. There's a lot happening in Syria, and we've had you on a number of times to cover sort of the trajectory of what has been happening there with regime change. And you obviously have this new president, Ahmed Ashraf, who is a former Al-Qaeda member and a former extremist. And we use the word former because we've been sort of taking him at his word that he's going to respect minority groups. And it seems right now we have a situation where the government is not quite making good on that. What is happening right now, or what has been happening when it comes to religious minorities there in Syria?
Yeah, Billy, the last week, starting July 13, has really been one of the worst weeks of the entire Syrian civil war, to be honest. There is a region in southern Syria called Suwaida, where the majority of the people living there belong to a religious minority group called the Druzes. And the Druzes have their own militias. They've been controlling their own security ever since.
The almost complete cessation of all aid and food coming in has made it much, much worse. And one case I really worry about is a young girl called Habiba, who had a terrible explosive injury, which really destroyed.
What about the Israel people that have had?
Hi, I'm Mark Elias, a lawyer for the Democrats, and I need your help to join me in standing up against Donald Trump. Look,
when you see starving people turn up in what is effectively a fenced-off cattle pen, dehumanizing Palestinians to the point where they're being regarded as animals. They're being herded like animals into a human abattoir. For the last 6 weeks, about 1,000 of them have literally...
Like Trump has done to the homeless people?
been slaughtered. And this is all being done in the name of humanitarianism. So to be absolutely clear, an army that has put a fence around people, blockaded it for 17 years, has starved people to death, builds these agricultural pens, forces these...
In the meantime, I guess if they just pretend that, stuff that's going on in Nigeria and Syria and in their own countries is not going on, then maybe it'll be okay, I guess. I don't know.
Story here that honestly is a red alert story. It's a 5-alarm fire, but people aren't talking about it like that's the case because I don't think they fully understand
They
what's
just
going
want
on
to keep
here.
talking about fucking Palestine, and they want to keep talking about, fucking putting down Israel because, of course, everything's the Jews' fault. But they don't want to fucking talk about the fact that rents have been raised so high in the U.S. that people can't even fucking afford it. People can't afford rent anymore. Nope, can't. So the chances of you becoming homeless are, pretty, it's quite possible people will become homeless. Then they become homeless and then they're considered to be drug addicts, mentally ill, or according to this administration, LGBTQ. So they're pushing them into concentration camps. This is hi net. This is World War II all over again. Like, I'm sorry, it just is.
Break it down for you, and I'm going to explain to you exactly what's going on. So this is what we learned from Axios. What to know about civil commitment, Trump's new policy for homelessness. Now, before I continue, let me just say, what we're looking at here is Donald Trump wanting to put the mentally ill and the homeless into concentration camps.
That's sick. That's sick. That's sick.
That's what he wants to do. That's what he's trying to do. Here we go. President Trump's new executive order to combat homelessness encourages local governments to revive civil commitment, a process to place people with mental health issues in treatment facilities without their consent. Involuntary civil commitment has historically been used as a preventative method.
So they're not going to address the fact that they lifted, the ban on how much landlords can charge for rent. That has made it unaffordable for people they're just looking at free labor by putting all the people who have ended up homeless because of that into labor camps. It's just like the gulag and stuff all over again. They're just getting free labor. We're
It
collateral.
can find people before they harm themselves or others, and most frequently affects vulnerable groups such as LGBTQ plus people of color and people with disabilities, according to several studies. So let me just point out real quick here. In modern days, this civil commitment thing has only been used if somebody is a harm to themselves or others.
Yeah, but now it's used if people can't afford their fucking extremely high, disgustingly increased rent.
So like they're about to harm or have harmed themselves or others. In a scenario like that, that's when you get involuntary commitment, basically, right? Trump wants to roll that back to anybody we deem to be homeless, anybody we deem to be mentally ill. And as they lay out here, well, who's often in those predicaments? LGBTQ people, people of color, people with disabilities. You're opening up the door for a lot of people to get through.
Yeah. Elderly people, poor people. There's a lot of people now that the rent is so high that people can't afford it. Just even work. It's not normal. Yeah, it's just not normal. And he has no desire to feed the people on the Gaza Strip. His desire is to develop casinos on it with prime real estate. So stop blaming Israel and blame this motherfucker.
Thrown into these camps, aren't you? The order Trump signed Thursday calls for shifting homeless individuals into long-term institutions for humane treatment, which the administration says will restore public order. The order directs officials to determine if federal resources can be used to ensure that those with serious mental illness are not released back into the public solely because government facilities lack enough beds to hold them. The order.
But yet you can spend 60 million so-called on food for Gaza. But you think you're going to just throw the elderly and LGBTQ and homeless and hungry into fucking concentration camps?
Order also requires the Justice Department to evaluate homeless people arrested for federal crimes to determine if they are sexually dangerous persons.
Wow. Wow.
Critics say the order won't help people afford homes and that previous attempts at mass institutionalization frequently violated 14th Amendment due process rights. Well, that's the thing. They don't much care for rights now, do they? As we've seen with what they're doing with Alligator Alcatraz, what they're doing with Guantanamo.
But all you care about, Tiffany, is some country that will never allow you into it. Have you ever even been to Palestine?
It's just sad. It truly is sad to me. And you don't have to talk politics with me. You don't. I understand and respect if you don't want to. But I think that for me, I'm reading the comments.
Do you even vote, Tiffany?
So I think for me, to me, I can't just be silent anymore. And I'm
Well, you should at least get educated.
tired of being scared or told that I'm not supposed to talk about these things. The kind of person I am is it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but you still had to throw me and Sharon's name into this as if this is something that you're really educated on at all.
Understand everybody has different beliefs. Everybody feels differently about things. And some people, they just don't want to be in it at all. And I respect that. But I'm not one of them people. All the atrocities that have happened to so many countries and so many people.
Most of them are from, if you do your research, you can see.
At this point, it's not about politics. It's about humanity.
No, it's about
It's
politics.
about humanity. It's about why in the hell
It's sure we would like it to be about humanity. Sure, Tiffany, but it's politics.
You're not saving all people. Why do we pick and choose based off of skin color and merit? You know, based off of how much financial gain we can get from that country if we unalive these people or whatever. I think people need to start talking about it in a point of view as humanitarian aid.
Well, Trump stopped all humanitarian aid, so where he's coming up with his humanitarian aid, I'm unsure, but he also wants to redevelop the Gaza Strip so that he'll get richer. So,
you know, it's not about politics at this point. It's about children, thousands, hundreds and thousands of children in Gaza who have reached.
Also in Nigeria and Syria and even in the US. Okay.
Stage 5 malnutrition, who even if they had.
How about Yemen? How about Afghanistan?
Even if tomorrow Israel lifted the blockade of food and humanitarian aid to get through to Gaza.
Israel allows 10 hours a day for humanitarian aid. Educate yourself. Educate yourself.
Guantanamo Bay, what they're doing with CCOT. We know that they don't care about due process. They don't care about habeas corpus. They don't care about the Constitution. They don't care about having trials. And that's why this is so terrifying. They say these executive orders ignore decades of evidence-based housing and support service.
Yep. So there's no more housing for people in the U.S. that's affordable practically at all. But they're going to just lock them up, Tiffany. But you don't have a problem with that, right?
Okay. Even if they did that, 80% of these kids still would not make it. They still would not live because they are being starved. It's different if the country is in a shortage of food, you know, and it's something that is naturally happening. Okay, it's understandable. Let's work together to help it. But this is a man-made starvation. And to me, that's not politics. To me, that's humanity. And I think of it as, if it were me and I were there, what would I want people to do?
In practice, Donald Whitehead Jr., Executive Director of the National Coalition for the Homeless, said in a statement, he added that the orders represent a punitive approach that has consistently failed to resolve homelessness and instead exacerbates the challenges faced by vulnerable individuals.
So, Tiffany, you don't care about what's going on here? Is that because your hubby can afford to buy a house here and live here?
You know, all genocide is wrong. Whether it's done to Jewish people, whether it's done to minority cultures, whether it's done to Muslims, Christians, whatever religion that we all are, whatever you believe, if you're left, if you're right, if you're red, if you're blue, none of that matters to me. That's not what I'm here talking about. You know, everybody, I've never been the kind of person, there's a lot of people out there right now like, oh, if you voted for Trump, I hate you. No, I don't get into it like that either.
You probably don't vote.
Because you know what? When I was growing up, it was almost taboo to talk about.
Okay, well, regardless, you think this is okay.
So that's the thing, right? Is like when you look at homelessness, there's this idea that like all of them are addicted to drugs, for example, or all of them have severe mental illness, for example. When that's not true, the reality is so many people who are homeless literally just don't have money. Like it's that simple. Hey, I don't have money. I lost my job. I can't pay the bills. I'm homeless now.
Right. Are you, Tiffany? Or does hubby afford a couple of houses and he's going to fly to Palestine to get his medical covered and stuff like that? I just.
What you voted for. You know, like you didn't ask those questions to people. Like, who'd you vote for? My mom would have looked at you like, what? That's none of your damn business. But now people are getting judged. And, you know.
Well, maybe if you educated yourself about politics and stuff, and if you even voted yourself, you might understand.
About as if they are nothing because of somebody that they believed in, when the truth is Marianne, you're, you know, right to not want to talk about politics, because the truth is they're all corrupt.
Well, that's terrible to think that way.
Now, do you want police officers, you know, going through the streets, just rounding up people who they think don't look socially well-adjusted enough, so they'll just declare that you're homeless or they'll declare that you're mentally ill? And also, by the way, let's remember, ICE just got access to everybody's Medicaid records. Trump is building this massive database, this like massive Palantir database, which is like a spying blackmail database that tries to collect hundreds of data points on each individual. And
wow. But what do you care, TH? You said you don't care about politics.
You know, and it's just sad. And yeah, it has been happening since the beginning of time. But you know, for me, in the beginning of time, it's one thing. But now there are so many resources, and I refuse to stay quiet while my tax-paying fucking dollar.
You don't have tax-paying dollars. Hi, Sharon. No, I didn't get that. No, I didn't.
Are going to people who are unaliving children.
Your tax-paying dollars aren't going to anyone because you don't have tax-paying dollars. TH. What are you paying taxes on?
Purpose, like they are.
What tax-paying dollars are you do you really have?
Hospitals. They are targeting journalists. They are targeting.
Well, actually, the group that you're, you know, supporting here is the one that is targeting those. I mean, honestly,
one of the great challenges in this world is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right. But
the manner in which they were killed, it wasn't, you know, a bomb or something. This was a gruesome event. Can you tell me how these 50 people died?
The way they kill our people is in the most horrific, the most gruesome, the most cruel manner anyone could ever think. It will make even the devil.
these are Muslims and Islams that are killing people in Nigeria.
Shiva. Because what they do is that when they come around, you run into your hut, into your house. And then what they do is that they will now, you know, cycle the house with fuel. They will lit fire on the house. And then when you are coming out, they will now hack you down with machete. So they're cutting you as if they're cutting a piece of wood. Not as if they're killing a wild animal. You don't even kill a wild animal that way.
We have yet another horrific massacre against Christians in Nigeria to report on. 27 people, including a 3-year-old girl, have been killed in the most barbaric of ways. Masara Kim, a reporter for...
So come on, TH. I thought you were loving on these Muslims and Islams.
Children. That's sad. You know? Yeah, we must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. Amen. And that's the point I want to make, not about politics. You know? But my point is more humanitarian.
Truth Nigeria joins us now. Masara, what can you tell us about this absolutely barbaric atrocity?
Yeah, so on the
in the early hours of yesterday, that's July the 14th, a group of terrorists shouting Allahu Akbar on a long convoy of motorcycles, estimated by locals to be between 30 to 40, swarmed the
These are Muslims and Islamics doing this in Nigeria.
the peaceful town of Bindi, located about 35 miles southwest of Jos, the capital of Plateau State, killing at least at the moment 27 people that have been identified, majority of whom were burned alive in their homes, including a 3-month-old baby and a 3-year-old baby. In my report for Truth Nigeria, I mentioned the 3-year-old victim without realizing that as I left, the body of a 3-month-old baby was.
So what's up, Tiffany? You don't care about those people?
Not about who you voted for, if you're Republican or Democrat, or why you voted, but for me, it's about why is it okay that we are still in the year 2025 sending troops to unalive entire families.
So you just think it's all about Palestine. You don't give a shit about Nigeria or Syria or here or the families in Israel or anything, right?
Sending money to other countries without feeding our own country. There are tens of thousands of homeless people.
So wait a minute.
Okay?
So wait a minute. Do you want money sent to feed Gazans, or do you want money to feed the people here, or do you want to keep getting so much food stamps that you've got access to offer them to people? I mean, maybe other people could get food stamps and not starve.
Millions of people addicted to drugs or dependent on painkillers because doctors care more about making money than finding a happy.
You know that has to do with politics, right? Yeah, and so many videos of him cheating on his own golf course like that. And we just paid for him to go open his new golf course in Scotland, like crazy.
The healthy, natural way before they prescribe pills. You know, I was prescribed shit since I was a small child. I didn't stand a fucking chance.
No, you didn't.
I mean? So
No,
that is what I mean by it.
no, you didn't. No, you didn't, Tiffany. And that's your mother's fault. So your mother shouldn't have been allowing a small child to be prescribed fucking, prescription drugs.
Fuck politics. Fuck all of that. To be honest with you, girl, I don't even care about none of that shit anymore. You know, because none of it matters when every time you turn on the fucking TV or Instagram or fucking Facebook or Twitter or anything, TikTok, you're seeing children.
Yeah, in Nigeria and here and everywhere. Israel as well.
Malnourished to the point of even if they had food now for the rest of the month, most likely they will still die.
Did you care about Yemen?
You didn't give a fuck about Yemen. You don't give a fuck about Nigeria. You don't give a fuck about anything. TH. But your husband can fly back and forth because he's not covered under Medicaid for whatever his health problem is. So he's going to fly to Palestine to get it covered for free. Really? Seriously? Seriously. Like, seriously? TH, your hubby is going to fly to Palestine to get his shit covered?
And that is a man-made genocide in the year 2025. You know, they're shutting down. I was watching the other day that they're starting to shut down agriculture. Sorry, I can't say it because I don't have teeth. You know, they're starting to not allow people in certain states, certain counties, whatever the case is, to have their own farms, to produce their own aid.
Yeah, that's here.
to make their own milk. You know, this is going to mess with so many people's way of
That's politics, TH.
life. And it's going to make us dependent upon the government for everything.
That's what politics
You know,
is.
even worse than we are now. And if we follow those demands, we will be complicit to their bullshit. I think people need to wake up and stop caring about politics and stop talking about the politic part.
That's where politics come in.
About it and start opening their eyes to fucking humanity. Human beings.
Also identified. And the search has continued with many more members of the community, many more residents still unaccounted for at the moment.
Burned alive? What do you mean? They were trapped in their house? I mean, what exactly? Well, I don't even. Well, as a father, this is disgusting. But what can you tell us about that?
We offer overnight boarding. Your pet will stay overnight in your sitter's home and not only be treated like part of the family, but treated like a...
Another 14 Christians have been ruthlessly gunned down in the ongoing genocide in Nigeria. Truth Nigeria's Masara Kim joins us now. But before we get to you, my friend, you just sent me a video of a mass burial. You took this video. Let's take a look.
If you think the sight of starvation is difficult to take, then consider the sound of a starving child. A 1-year-old who cries and whimpers for food. Her name is Sama.
So odd that there's a 1-year-old when Trump claimed that, you know, Joe Biden sent over so much money in condoms and birth control or something, and yet there's babies in Gaza facing malnourished 1-month-old. I don't understand. How are they getting you know, aid? I mean, not aid, but like, why would they have a baby if they're gonna starve?
You know, I understand that October 7th was fucked up and should not have happened. But at the same fucking time, you're talking about a people, an organization that came together of children who had not one family member left.
Okay, so what you're doing there is you are supporting Hamas. So what you think is that the Jews whose entire family members were eradicated in the Holocaust should have created a group similar to them, or are you giving an excuse to like who was their family members that were completely killed? Can you got some records or some proof of that?
Not one cousin, none of them had mothers, fathers, cousins, sisters, brothers.
Can you prove that? Can you prove that? Can you prove that? Can you prove that?
Created a family based off of the bond of their family being unalived in an apartment.
So what you're claiming is that they created this terroristic party to go around the world killing people because of their religion. Based on what? On your claim? What do you have for proof of that?
United States. And that is what this group was created off of. The hate of the people.
So she supports Hamas, is what she's saying here. She supports Hamas.
Okay. Who took their entire family. So do I agree with the bullshit? No, I don't. But imagine being locked into a place where you can't even use your own fucking shit, your own water, your
Yeah, okay. TH, you know nothing about what you're even speaking about. You know nothing what you're even speaking about.
Oil. Nothing. That is not something that should be politics. You know? But America gave the blue fucking print to genocide.
Really? If you hate America so much, why don't you go and live in Palestine? Go live in Palestine.
Now everyone wants to follow it to get what they want. So
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you go live in Palestine?
soon, all the indigenous people of all the countries are going to be taken over by
Radical Muslims, Islamists?
idiots who want to radicalize countries and
And there's Khalid, and there's Osama, and there's
Yeah, and there was loads in Yemen that were starving. There was loads in Yemen that were
We
starving.
have yet another horrific massacre against Christians in Nigeria to report on. 27 people, including a 3-year-old girl, have been killed in the most As the world begins to grapple with reports of barbaric massacres of Christians in Nigeria, Mike Ode James, a correspondent for Truth Nigeria, has seen the devastation. In person. What is really happening on the ground right now to followers of Jesus in Nigeria? So, Mike, for a lot of people, they might not even know that anything's happening.
Right. So, TH, you only care about fucking Palestinians. You don't give a shit about Nigerians and what your buddies are doing.
countries into religion and ethnicity, because to me, there's one race, the human race. You know, people made up this shit, oh, white people. So, like, we're a color in a fucking crayon box. We're human beings. And you know, the white man took his own culture by doing that.
Shut the fuck up. You are white.
Not white. I'm Hungarian.
She says she's not white. She's Hungarian and Irish. Irish is one of the whitest fucking nationalities going. I mean,
And Irish. That is my ethnicity. That is who I am. My race is fucking human. The color of my skin, yes. And it's not even white. It's like a peachy pale pink.
so what, bitch?
Fucking color.
You're talking about Muslims, Islamists, and then try and act like it's something to do with your color of the skin.
You will find very few people who actually
You know that they're killing black Christians in Nigeria. Black Muslim Islamic radicalists are killing black Christians in Nigeria.
are white. But that was a way for a man to be and feel superior, because the truth is our race is less than in every way.
Our race is less than in every way. What are you talking about? You just said you're not white, so I guess you mean whatever race you claim that you are is less than.
In every way. Our race, so they call it, okay? For me, there's one race, but we already went through that. The white peoples are what? 12%? Some shit like that?
Why are you so down on white people? Go live in Palestine then. Yeah, she's a dumb bitch through and through. It's true. It's true.
You know, and if people would just wake up and come together, all ethnicities.
Don't you get it? Your Muslims and Islams are fucking killing people in a religious war.
It's the thought of white is right.
Has nothing to do with color. They're killing people in a religious war.
We could overpower these people so fast, but you got so many people who care about politics. Politics and fucking money.
What do you mean?
And that is what matters to them, even when their own people are suffering.
I can't understand her point either. She's uneducated about what she's even talking about.
To me, that's fucking pathetic. It is pathetic. Huh? What can you...
happening in Nigeria. So can you tell us what is going on right now?
What is going on is devastation, degradation, and dehumanization of Christians, indigenous Christians, Christians who are locals, who are natives, Christians whose grandfather, great-grandfather were born in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, Christians who are owners of the land.
Yeah, but you don't give a fuck, do you, TH? Because you don't even know what you're fucking talking about. Because you don't really practice any religion, to be honest with you.
And you do, in a world full of people who genuinely don't even want to talk about it. It's sad. It is sad to see the amount of people who will not speak up or speak out.
There's loads of people speaking out for Palestine, but what about for the rest of the world?
And honestly, it's not about being Jewish or Muslim or Republican or Democrat.
Yes, it is. For Islams and Muslims, it is. It is.
It's about loving each other as one. It's about realizing that if we all come together.
Well, you just had a problem with Israel's people moving in next door to your husband's son, Israel's settlement. You had a problem with it. So apparently it's not about humanity for you, is it?
We could erase starvation. We could erase homelessness. We could help each other thrive. But no. Instead, we go on YouTube or whatever social media platform gives us relevance and bully people who don't look like us, who don't believe the things we do. We write them off if they're Republican or Democrat. We make everything about politics and money.
You just don't even know. Yeah, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Instead of about humanity. And then we fuck our own world up for our children. Because I don't know about y'all, but this is not somewhere that I thought I'd raise my children in.
Then go to Palestine.
It's not. And I'll tell you what, sitting on YouTube like SG does, or like Sharon does,
See? Like SG does, or like Sharon does. Who the fuck are you talking about?
people for the little that they have, belittling people for their culture or ethnicity that they did not choose, that's not humanity. That's nowhere close.
Don't even try it, TH. You will never be even close to me in my concerns about the fucking world. Okay?
Nowhere close. But you guys, I am gonna go. My phone's dying, so I'm gonna get off here. I love you guys. Thank you for coming. Think about humanity, everybody.
So go ahead, think about it. Like, seriously, go ahead, think about it. We'll just see what this is.
Period. Exactly. I have not one time ever posted or talked about anyone's deceased relatives. Why? Because I have what you call respect. She has fought with every single one of us in this community. Every single one of us.
You do post about people's deceased relatives, and you also said, oh, you allowed Carrie Mann and Meadows to sit there saying that I was going to die alone, I was going to be mummified, no one would find me except for the smell. That was just yesterday. You allowed that.
Every single last one of us. And she gets on here and she believes her own lies. She believes her own lies. Period. She was bitching about people getting cash apps. Oh my God.
When?
That blows my mind. Her cash apps run at the bottom of her screen.
I want to know why you didn't have the decency to remove those comments from your live stream yesterday.
I don't ever mention my cash app. Ever, ever, ever. However, it would be nice to get a few dollars on my cash app every once in a while. You know, just for the hell of it. But I don't ever have it running on my screen or anything else. It is.
I just want to know why you didn't have the decency to remove those comments from your live stream yesterday.
I think that's what it is, Meadow. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's ignorant. I mean, my God, I wasn't here when all that shit was happening with her face or her
Why didn't you have the decency to remove Catherine Guthrie's comments referring to my deceased mother?
whatever the fuck that's called, a GoFundMe. But she sure acts like everyone owes her something.
I don't act like anybody owes me anything, but if you're gonna fucking, you know, slander me and act like I've done something to you, I just want to know why, up to this very day, you just don't know how to act like a normal, decent human being.
You know, I mean, and Karen, I'll tell you this: when she was talking shit to you, I could have went through the screen because I don't give a damn how at odds you are with someone. We know that you're fighting cancer.
So-called, you could have came through the screen at me about Karen F, but not about Swiss or Janelle or E-Beggars or Munchie. Could have come through the screen about them.
And what are you looking for, babe? Why are you doing that? It's 9:26 in the middle of the night. Just don't.
9:26 is not the middle of the night. 9:26 is not the middle of the night.
There's no reason for it. It's not going to do any good anyway. What? But seriously, it's not going to do you any good. So I don't know if just stop.
You're so derogatory. Why don't you mute yourself so your family can come out? Hi, Chris. So that your family can come out into the fucking kitchen and get something at 9:26 at night. I mean, seriously.
No, God, I don't need any more. Yes, they do act like they're owed. Luke, can I change the subject for a second? My bodacious not honest.
Well, I just want to know why yesterday you didn't have the decency to remove those comments saying how I was going to die, how I was going to stink, how I was going to be alone, how I was going to be mummified. I just want to know why you didn't have the decency to remove those comments.
Trumps. Boy, Gigi Allen, his hands from here to here, y'all. You know what he says? You know what it says at the bottom? EMF. Eat my fuck. He was such a gentle. And she's like, well, Lou privates her live chats. Well, I have to, or she'll play them all night long.
I won't play them all night long. I just want to know why you thought it was okay to talk about how I was going to die in your live stream. You weren't, but people in your fucking chat were saying it. Why didn't you have the decency to remove it?
Yeah, he was gentle. I liked it when Elliot said Lou's favorite psycho or something like that at his calmest. I died laughing when I seen that. I could have got along with Gigi, but oh God. I wouldn't have seen well, I probably would have seen the shows, but I probably would have been like behind someone, you know. And made 10 long hours of my chat. Oh, goody.
I don't make 10 hours of your chat.
Oh, hey, Munchie. Welcome. Oh, Munchie. While you're here, I'm supposed to control you.
No, you're supposed to control yourself.
I'm supposed to control what you're doing. You don't know how to delete things. To dox people in my live chats, which you know, I know, and everybody else knows that you've never doxed anyone in my live chat, and we've never talked about anyone's deceased relatives in here because I don't allow that. It is insanity. Yes, I love his brother Merle. He's something else. He's a rock and roller man, and he stays young at heart. He's just a hoot. Yeah, Elliot, she's a sweet pea. I know. We have a remote control that says Munchie on it. I mean, this chick, she needs shocks. Okay, Munch. Oh, we're a scrub chat here?
You know, it's so odd that Catherine Guthrie was talking on about the pond scum stuff, which you allowed in there, and yet perhaps she was that troll account at Elliot's that was harassing her as pond scum.
Is that what we are? Well, at least we don't have a rat's nest with an attic rat with balls, dragging the floor behind her. Nasty thing.
So hold on. So it's okay for Lou to keep calling me an attic dweller, an attic rat, an attic this, attic that. But it's a big deal if somebody says something about her living in an RV. I don't understand. A third floor apartment, RV. I mean, who really cares? But
oh God, that one. And you know what? I was fixing to ask the same question. What the fuck does scrub mean? But at least we're not in a rat's nest. Neither am I. Gutter trash, having a walnut head,
so all of that was okay for Lou to be saying, but and then, certain people who are, kind of self-righteous, and they want to like leave comments saying, I don't know why anybody is harassing Lou for living in an RV. I mean, maybe because of her mouth.
Well, I personally like everybody too. Don't listen in this chat. I do. I just can't get over insanity. Just crazy. Jessica, knock it off. I mean, she's just hateful. And all night long, her and Walnut just talking about everybody. And, oh, boy, how everybody's mistreated them and gone after them and hurt them and what talking about unaliving them. I've never heard.
This is December 29th, 2024.
I would never waste my time going and looking at her, and I'm so evil. However, I would like to go see that house. I can't think of it right now. Their wallpaper is made out of velvet. I would not waste any of my time going up to Massachusetts for somewhere.
Hey, James Carter.
To call the Muskers on me as soon as I pull up. She's on that phone. Oh my God, she's here because she's so rough and tough,
So you did say you were going to come to Massachusetts. Okay.
Oh, she is. She's on a roll big time. I know. I love it. Oh, I want to go to Mass. I wouldn't waste my time going and seeing her. I wouldn't. All she's going to do is argue with me through her door.
Why do you want to come to Massachusetts? And what are we supposed to argue about, Lou?
I tell you what, Trump said she screwed up bad, but that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to do that. But see, I had a look on my face. So let's ask who Eugene is.
Oh, who cares about that?
I've never threatened her or that idiot up there with her hairy eggs. I've never threatened SG. Even though, she's out there filling for soft spots in her backyard.
I'm not feeling for soft spots in my backyard. And yes, you have said plenty of stuff. Yes, you have.
Oh my God. She's crazier than hell, y'all.
Why are you lying?
No, I can stand alone. And I think all of us are like that here. Since I've been on here for 3 years, I've never had a click. I never had anyone fight my battles for me.
You didn't have any battles. The only person who caused a battle for you was Bobbles. That's the person who caused a battle for you.
Always stood on my own 2 feet. I never had somebody go, no, wait a minute, I got you here, let me do this for you, and I'll powder your little ass. No. Exactly, Meadow. Exactly. And they always say, well, if you don't have nothing nice to say, well, don't say it at all. Well, I don't have nothing nice to say, and I'll say it. So.
All right. You don't have nothing nice to say, and you'll say it. So you weren't raised right, obviously.
One was the real asshole. There you go.
Here. Oh, God, I can't stand a click. I can't stand them. I cannot stand a click. It is so... No, I can't stand them. Even when I was young, I couldn't stand them. Remember how back in the day, like, I first started going to public school, and I went from Catholic to public, right? And, oh, I know, right, Karen? And there'd be these girls, and they would walk down the halls with their arms locked, right? Well, I wonder what Lou done.
Nobody wondered what Lou does in school. Nobody did. Nobody did anything to you.
Walked right through those bitches, broke up their little chain. And I'm like, what are you going to do about it?
And you're an asshole now.
It was just me and my Hannah. I despise them too. Yes. Yep. I had my Hannah. You know, and I had other friends. They were in the community. But, I mean, I couldn't go back to school. I got in trouble. And then I ended up, oh, God, Esther, you brought this up about me going to reform school.
Who cares? You brought it up about you going to reform school.
Well, you know what I did? I stole a car with my Hannah, and I ran from the Muskers. And then
Good for you. Good looking out for yourself. You sound like a pleasure.
I've been asking one question of why did SG do that, even though it was, she keeps blaming it on a, whatever that channel is, but she didn't have to take it and read it out loud and all that she done. So when I asked her why, okay, why, the answer I got back just totally like,
It was stop talking about us.
y'all, it was ignorant as hell. When I asked her why, I could not get over it. Shut up with your mouth. I said, you went and put my father's shit on here after that troll done it. Why? But you won't say. She returned to me and she said, I asked you repeatedly to stop allowing people to talk about my family and my deceased loved ones and my living loved ones and Annette's loved ones. But instead, you told me to F you. You will do what you want. And that's exactly what happened, Lou. I had to ask you kindly to please stop doing that. But you still don't stop, and you still keep letting Munchie dox people in your live stream. And you talk nasty about people. You know I'm against all of that. And you know that I even defended against it when it was happening.
Right, Lou. Okay. So.
And you know why that, and yet you still keep acting like I even want to fight with you. I don't, and I didn't even know we were at odds again. I thought when you come into my live stream those 2 or 3 times, everything was fine. I didn't even know that you still had hatred for me. How about you just stop talking about people wickedly in your live stream and just move on? That is the crap that she sent back to me.
That's not crap. That's actual reality. Like, that's the truth.
I've never talked about anyone's dead relatives.
Yeah, yes, you have.
In here, because that is not my thing. That is disrespectful. Her and her friends, they're on a planet of their own, I guess, because I would like to have proof of what she's talking about, but she'll never show it. So then, yes.
Now, you keep talking about me and saying cola, but listen to yourself, Lou. You're sniff all the time.
So then, why is Munchie wrong for posting the Zillow pics? If she only posted what you think it two posted, and it's okay. There should be nothing wrong with Munchie posting. Carrie Ann, exactly. I have not one time ever posted or talked about anyone's deceased relatives. Why? Because I have what you call respect.
Bullshit. So bad.
because we ran away from home, thinking that would disguise us. Oh my! Time before that, we were running from the muskers, and we dyed our hair in a creek because we ran away from home, thinking that would disguise.
Bitch is like quoting from The Outsiders or something.
Us. Oh my God, y'all, we were so stupid. But anyways, yeah. Carrie Ann, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I'm like, I will not fold under questioning. Yeah, just take it with me. I've got so, oh my goodness.
Yeah, we probably have that clip somewhere, yeah.
I'm telling y'all, man, I'm telling you. Exactly, Carrie Ann. My loyalty only goes as far as you know what I'm saying? If you're down for me and I see that you're down for me, I'm like 100. I will be just as loyal to you as you are to me.
You are not loyal to anyone.
And I'm going to be doing something. So, I haven't done this in so long. So, I'm going to put my Cash App up. And I know that's going to get SG going good. So,
wait a minute. SG didn't even say a word about you putting your Cash App up, but so you said a word about me having my Cash App up. Then you put your Cash App up and claim that I had something to say about it, even though I didn't. Okay.
Have any super chat or anything like that. She, I don't know if you have to have, yeah, she's gonna flip because I don't ever do it.
Oh yeah, pretend like because you're putting your Cash App up, it's something to do with me. Fuck off.
She was talking about that last night.
Fuck off.
I don't talk about anybody putting their Cash App up.
Yep, exactly, Dawson. So I don't know anything about super chats. I think you have to have StreamYard. I don't know about all that. But my Cash App hadn't been up in years. Kidding. Very long.
It's a lie. But it doesn't matter if your Cash App's been up or not. I mean, really.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. I have a screenshot of it up the other, maybe a couple of months ago or a month ago, asking for help with your nails. Bullshit, lady.
Don't waste energy on turds. Karen, I haven't heard you say that in so long.
Sniff, sniff, Lou.
I'll be watching
How's your jewelry coming along, love? I've seen some really beautiful, beautiful things that you've done. I know that
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry.
Viking, like back in the day. Just beautiful. This right here, when I got it hammered, and but I remember how you would make the lettering and stuff. Still doing it. This I know this time of year is degrees, and then we're getting a polar vortex.
Sniff, sniff.
Stomach flu and bad colds.
Wow.
See, I have to get a flu shot. I mean, I have to have a flu shot.
She got lupus.
Hello, Tim. Merry Christmas. If I want to bitch and complain about something, I can. If I want to kick up for myself, I will. Nobody needs to tell me to do anything. And it's all about, like, I did not want to be mean the other day. I really didn't. I didn't want to be mean to chicken winner. Hi, secular. Merry Christmas. But I wanted to put it out there that I'm not, I was being attacked over, I don't even know why she was attacking me about my father.
Nobody's attacking you. Nobody was attacking you. You know who attacked you over your father. You know who attacked you over your mother. You know who attacked you. Yeah.
And I can be upset about that. There is something to be upset about. And nobody should ever do that to anyone. I don't care who you are. If that happened to you, I would never do that to you.
Yeah, right.
I would never go and pull something like that. Just say, oh, let's get her going. Let's hurt her.
Yeah, okay. It was
They
grand.
never said why they done it. That's all I'm trying to say. I did not do anything to deserve that. And this is how sick this community can get.
It's not the community. It's not the community. Right, exactly. It was grand when they were harassing my sister, your father, my mother.
Oh, the community old. Because look, anybody who ever wants to support me gets threatened anyways. And poor Lou over there is getting told how desperate she was. And now let me tell y'all something. Yeah, I know you do, girl. I know you do. Let me tell you guys something. When I heard that, I'm sorry, Lou, I don't mean to, come off the wrong way, but when I heard Swiss say that, I just started laughing. I was like, really? If Lou was desperate for friends, why the fuck would she come in my chat? If she was desperate for friends,
I don't know, you guys are friends now, so maybe she was desperate for friends.
would be the last person that she came in to talk to. Because every time anyone fucking comes in here, they get bitched about. So if she was that desperate, Swissy, she would not be coming.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true, kid.
In my chat, I would be the chat she stayed far the fuck away from. But that's what happens. It happens to everybody who fucking comes in my chat, whether they talk to me or not. They get trolled because how dare anyone ever support me or want to get to know me?
Has nothing to do with you because you delete all of your fucking live streams, so it really has nothing to do with you. Nobody knows what they support or don't support when it comes to you.
You know, for who I am 2 years later.
No different.
Ooh. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I'm excited for you. That's cool. What are you making? And, you know, it's just ridiculous. We don't have to all like each other. And another thing, Swizzy, my son did not miss a whole week of school.
Right. That's what Swiss was saying. Tiff. But now you change it around and you act like Swiss never said anything about your kids.
I hate this. Even if he did, that's none of your business. That's none of your business. That's my son. Like, and this is what I mean. Like, this is when I get upset and I start threatening to tell everything I know about their kids and shit. Because, trust me, if you...
So you see how it switches back and forth with TH and Lou and all of them. Switches back and forth.
guys knew the shit that goes on in their homes with their children, you know, nobody would be judging me.
Apparently, then you do know what goes on in their homes with their children, and you don't have a problem with it, is what you're saying. You don't have a problem with it. You don't do anything about it, is what you're saying. That you have, the inside scoop of something going on in their homes with their children, but you do nothing about it.
Even if my kid did miss a week of school. But see, unlike them, I can't do that. You know, no matter how much I've threatened to, I've never been able to. So why keep threatening it? You know, it's like...
But now it's not Swiss anymore. Now it's SG. You see?
Yeah, right, exactly. God forbid they can't go live. You know? But so I'm not even gonna waste my time and say I'm gonna repeat shit because I'm not. I'm just saying if I do say that shit, it's usually just out of fucking anger.
Oh, so you get to say stuff out of anger, but nobody else.
Because I just would. First of all, it would put their... Trump. So I'm not gonna sit there and do what I bitch about. I want to, but not gonna. I'm better than that. So what I was talking about is the young boy that was getting bullied. That's the boy that was missing school. My son said he hadn't been there that week. So instead of, speaking about my kids and never having it.
Oh, so this is where Swiss was harassing her because according to TH, she wanted to have some meeting at the school about some other kid being bullied. I really don't know, but
It's to just leave me the hell alone. Why can't you just worry about your own self, your own family, your own shit? I don't get it. But, whatever. It's never going to end. They're always going to talk about me, even when I'm not here.
but now you call us the Brotherhood against Swiss, so I don't know, like...
Well, if you just left the community, if you just got off the internet, or why would you put your kids through that, or why would you, it's all about us, the people who are getting bullied and fucked with. No, it's not our fault, and to be honest with you, I don't want to teach my kids to run away. I want my kids to always feel like they can stand up for themselves, that they are stronger than that, not to run away from a bully, to stand up to them and to know what's right and wrong.
Then why do you have them bullying me? Because I didn't bully them.
But sometimes it's just, you do know when. Sometimes you do have to know when it's not worth it to fight. Yeah, exactly, Lou. All you can do is stand up for yourself, That's all you can do. What else can we do? I cannot keep.
But now they're both in live streams with Munchie and Swiss, so it just doesn't make sense to me.
Being like getting myself so worked up where I feel like I'm gonna have a damn heart attack because I'm so stressed out about these people. You know, because these people they're not gonna make or break us. You know, they're not paying our bills. They're not doing anything to help us succeed. So how do they get the right to judge us?
I don't know. Ask you and your friend TH. I'm sorry, not TH, your friend Lou.
You know, or say what we're desperate for or not desperate for. You know, that shit cracks me up. Like, you're not sitting here helping me. So, hey, if you got something to say, then you come pay. You come pay for my child's Christmas. If you don't like that he's not going to have a Christmas this year, you buy his Christmas then.
No, you buy his Christmas. That's your kid. Your husband buy his Christmas.
If you don't like what I feed him, you buy food and send it here then.
How about your husband?
You know, if you guys don't like it, then do something to change it.
Your husband.
You know,
No, you do it. You're the mother.
help then. You know, people are so fucking big.
Fucking married.
Yeah, that's crazy. People are so big on judging others and what they have and don't have. Well, if you're so rich and you're so perfect, you buy my kid clothes then. You buy him all the Christmas shit that he wants. The Java Junkie accounts, they're the one who fucks with the pictures of you and puts smoke out your ass and, you know, helps someone create a whole account fucking with you. They're the ones who cause, you know, the fucking places where you go and drink coffee at. They're the ones who put your street address in the city. Live in on their fucking, well, not the address, but the street name and the city you live in on fucking social media. Yet when I put just what she does for a living, I'm this bad person who docks people all the time.
So basically, you're admitting that Swiss and you and their friends and your friends are the ones who dox people. But now you're changing it up and trying to act like it isn't them.
I did that. It wasn't right. I should not have done it. But fuck, how much do I have to take? How much do I have to take? When I speak and I say anything, do you guys ever fucking hear me say her kids' names? Ever? No. But they say my kids all the time.
Well, now you're claiming that it's me who doxes your kids, not Swiss.
The names of my kids.
You say them.
Do you guys ever fucking hear me say the names of anybody's kids? Not just Swiss's. Anybody's
Yeah,
kids. No.
I do. I hear you say my daughter's name. Yeah. Yeah.
But you hear them say Zachy and Brahim. You hear them talking about fucking problems with Brahim when he was little, all that shit. You hear all that stuff that they talk about. Sacred family fucking problems. You know, that no.
Yeah, but you told those things, and then you made up stuff though about my kid and me and Annette and her kids and Tanger.
Nobody wants on the internet. Same thing with your stuff, Lou. Come on, Zachy. So it's like, I don't understand how people are just okay with that. Yet when it happens to others, it's, oh my gosh, you know, this shouldn't happen and it's not fair and it's not okay. And nobody liked this woman for exactly what she's doing to people still today.
Oh, so you didn't like Swiss here.
But what I think is that people accept it because they're scared of her. They know where she's willing to go. They know what she's willing to do to a person.
Are you talking about Swiss or Munchie? Whom are you speaking about?
You know, they know how far she's willing to go. And that's why people are not coming in this fucking chat. Half of it's because they don't like me. A lot of the reason is because they don't like me. It's not because of you, Lou. You know, a lot of it is they don't like me. But then you got that 20%, and that's a low number, but that's probably around the truth. You know, maybe a little bit even lower. I don't know, but I would say a good guess is around 20% of the people don't come in because they're fucking scared of her.
Scared of who?
You know, and it's sad. I don't understand that. I just don't. Hey, Trumps, thank you for coming in and saying, hey. That person go in there. People can go where they want to go, man. I'm not over here doing what you're over there doing to me, Swiss. I'm not over here calling you a bunch of names. I'm not over here saying your children's names. I'm not over here doing that every single day. Now, yeah, I have done that before, yes. I'm not saying I never have, but that's not what I'm doing.
But you have said you never have, and you also have said Swiss never has. Since you made this video, it is sickening fake, right? It is.
To me, if you don't like somebody and you don't like their content, why do you keep posting about them? Why do you keep listening to it? Why do you keep going in there?
Well, then why today did you say SG and SV on YouTube? Why? Why?
No, for me, if I don't like someone or if I'm not dealing with it, go look at my community posts. I deleted the negative ones, the things that I regretted doing later. I deleted because I'm an EOH. What does that mean? Sometimes I say things and I regret it. Because I shouldn't even done that. So that's the thing. Not a lot of people think how I think. Not a lot of people are the way that we are. Because, we actually have empathy and compassion for people.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Beyond the human beings that are doing the fucked up shit as it is. Oh, that's a good one. An EOH. I'm going to use that if you don't mind. That's funny. But I would rather just you guys not talk about me. It's that simple. Yeah, I speak. Yeah. No, sorry. You get what I'm saying? Put that there. It's done very good at, like, if you got in trouble one day or just we'll write lists and say, oh, well, Zachy said this.
Yeah, but that's not me. But as of today, you're blaming me and fucking, I don't know, Israel and just that.
Sir Zachy didn't do that. Adults. So that's why I don't want you to put things on there. And because this is going to come down like that, or it's going to get ruined. Get your phone up, please. Of your stuff out here. Let it go and be best friends with these people. But me, you still hate on me. You still say this nasty shit about me all the time. You cannot help yourself. And just like when I did my little live talking about, look, that's it, I'm done.
But you're not. You're not done. Because you don't care about Nigeria.
Months ago, before I left the second time,
You told NetNet to go back to Syria. You didn't care about Yemen when they were starving. You don't care about this country. You hate white people.
And I knew, okay, these people are going to respond. They are going to respond. I know that. You can't see, like now. I know that somebody's going to respond to what I'm saying right now. That's just the way it is. But after that, what's the need to just keep going and going and going?
I don't know. Ask yourself that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have multiple archives of you.
Going and going. What is the fucking point? What's the point to just keep talking about people? And it's just, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right to sit there and down people how they look, who wants to come and support them, their sobriety, if they're sober or not, talk about how I take methadone.
Unless it's SG and SV and Annette and her kids or Tanger.
Oh, it must be the methadone. What must be the methadone? I'm not up here falling asleep on lives, or I'm not up here, with my eyes crossing or saying something, my words slurred. Only what I have to because I don't have any teeth, But I'm not, nothing about me shows in the middle of addiction. I have my home.
Okay, fine. But that doesn't mean you get to sit there and lie about other people and their lives.
I have all of my children. All the fucking times you guys have called CPS in Swiss, all the times you've begged other people to call CPS, you know, and that's the thing is, and that's why so many people are like, oh, well, I know who really called on you. And you guys are trying to like expose it to me. Like, I don't even know.
You do know. You know it was Chosen One community. You do know. You do fucking know. You do know. But now, in the current times, you'll act like Swiss didn't do it.
What you guys were doing behind the scenes, trying to get people to call CPS on me and shit. Like, I'm not an idiot. Nothing that you guys say to me privately or in an email or when you try to call me and tell me things just to make me mad at people, I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. You know, and
Except that now you're accusing a totally different person.
it's also pretty sad and pathetic to tell people because you like them at the time that you want me to suffer and you don't think I'm a good parent and all this stuff. But yet, when you don't hate me, and when I'm on your panel, or when you're on my panel, or whatever, it's
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what you're even talking about there.
with your cussing and your seatbelts, but I don't think you're a bad mom. But now I'm a terrible mom. My kid never goes to school, my this, my that. Just leave my
So you're talking about Swiss, because that's who was saying that.
kids out of it, man. Leave my kids out of it. It's simple. Leave them out of it. Leave my kids, my husband, my family out of it. Speak about me all you want to speak about me. But what was Christianity, Andrew? I wouldn't be a true Muslim. Being a Muslim, part of, you know, and I wouldn't be a true Muslim if I denounced Christianity, Andrew. I wouldn't be a true Muslim. Being a Muslim, part of being a Muslim means you believe in the Bible, which is believing in Christianity. You know, and in Islam, you guys can consult as many Muslim people as you would like. You can look up as much as you want on the internet. You can read on news channels.
Why don't you tell us what you know about what you're talking about?
Podcasts that have kept, you know, the United States of America's secrets quiet, their genocidal ways. You want to believe a country that is how it is? That's fine. That's fine. The news stations, the lies, the secrets, the history that's forgotten, all that shit. Go ahead and believe it. That's fine. Because I've already spoken about all of these things. I'm not going to just keep speaking about it over and over and over and over again.
Why? Maybe some people missed it. Maybe you could enlighten us about what you're talking about.
No, sometimes, yeah, if it's important, if I want to do a live that's, you know, especially about that, like, you know, then yeah, I'm going to talk about it. But you guys are just reaching, pretty much, grasping at any straw you can to try to belittle me. And whatever, to each its own. If that's what you want to do it. Whatever. You know, what am I going to do about it, honestly? I ask myself that all the time. Like, okay, you get mad, Tiffany, but what are you going to do? Nothing. You're not going to threaten them anymore because that's not who you want to be. You're not going to do anything back because that's not who you are. So what the fuck are you going to do? Sit on YouTube and bitch? Come on, man. So all it does is show that I'm just as dumb as you people. So I want you guys to know that. Like, when you sit here and you are 40-year-old, 50-year-old women with good
40, 50-year-old women. I mean, like, come on, Tiffany. That age doesn't matter. Like, you need to stop. You just said you wanted people to buy your kids Christmas presents, and the next thing it's about a Muslim and having them do Ramadan. I mean, I don't even.
jobs, a home, a family, all these things that you flex over that you're so much better than us, right? And you say that it's because of you guys that I have food stamps, you know, your tax
Your tax paying money that makes it so for other things. I don't understand. Is it your tax paying money or is it our tax paying money? Like, what is it?
So why aren't you doing better then? Why aren't you proving to be a better human than that then? You know, why aren't you being productive in society? Why every day do you have to come on YouTube and post about someone else? You know, and use court resources, the government's precious time and resources, on just because you have a bone to pick, because you don't like me. So you're going to waste the judge's time. You're going
Trying to make it appear to be a waste of time, but maybe it really isn't. I mean, what tax paying money are you talking about?
you're going to waste that money that you're talking about that you worked so hard for, right? To try and take someone to court who's not even doing those things to you, and you share a panel with the person who actually did it, who got mad because I'm the one who refused. That's like, wow. The person who refused to fucking do it, you hate. They're a liar. They're this. They're that. But the person who had no problem hated you so much that they were willing to put pictures of your home on the internet is your best friend? Like, that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It makes no sense to me that your husband has Medicaid, and since Medicaid doesn't cover whatever he needs for his medical, that he can fly to Palestine, this country that's so war torn, and get his medical procedure looked after. Gotcha. So does he have insurance there? Or is he going to pay them cash? I don't understand. So it's not covered by Medicaid. So apparently your hubby who works 7 days a week, blah, 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 is going to fly to Palestine, which is so war torn, and get his medical seen to there. Huh. Okay. In the meantime, they'll starve the other Palestinians to give him his medical. That seems odd. So they can't get food, but he can fly there and get his medical, medical problem seen to. Wow. Okay.
It makes absolutely no sense to me that you can talk about how bad of a Muslim I am, yet you sit in church every Sunday with your bestie, while she's actually there physically, and you're watching through the screen, right? But yet you sit at
Well, you're talking about Swiss, right? There.
a pedestal for the rest of the days and look down on everybody. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you look at me and judge what and who I am? But you don't look.
It's gonna, give your husband the medical attention that he needs, while you're claiming that everybody else is making Palestinians starve.
I want to keep doing that, that's on you. But I want to be a better person. I don't want to spend my days sitting here fighting on YouTube who's the better Christian or a Muslim. We all have free will. Nobody's forcing us to sit here on YouTube channel either. Sharon didn't force you to give her all the ideas that you gave her about Tiffany either. I mean, you admitted to being the brains behind all of that stuff. Yeah, all these people in your chat.
But now, in recent times, it isn't Swiss, and she's not going to join the Brotherhood to hate Swiss. She's, she knows that Swiss didn't do any of these things. It wasn't Swiss, it was everybody else. And I don't even understand it.
That are sitting here talking about us, they don't remember all the things that you did with sharing to people, and here you are, the sober one. Come on. And how do you say, just tell the truth, yet you guys can't tell the truth about what pills you take and how much you smoke? You know, so please don't talk about my sobriety and how I choose to live through it when you are living in your own way too. At least what I'm taking is prescribed, and I get medically evaluated. Every 30 days, I have an appointment. Every 60 days, I have a 60-day review. And then every year, I have an annual review.
I don't believe him. I just don't believe him.
And I am always going down. And eventually, I'll be off again. Yeah, I was stupid and got back on and made dumb choices. But I would rather make the choices to get back on methadone and to go back up higher on the dose than go to the streets. You know? And if that's not...
So when you were saying there that you were admitting that you had a relapse, are you admitting that?
Than you like as a nurse, you're going to offer your platform as a platform to speak about people's religious values and who they are religiously and who they are ethnically and what they believe in and how their family is and speak about their children. I mean, that's pretty sad that we have people like that working that in our healthcare.
That's pretty sad that now you don't blame Swiss. Now you blame me. And yeah, okay.
So, you know, because no, they don't. Everybody has free will. None of us are perfect, but you take an oath to do no harm. You know, and I heard the other it
Sorry. Anyway, you really pissed me off, TH, with your bullshit of, oh, this place is starving. This is genocide. These little kids, this and that. But, going on with the story about your husband, whatever he needs medically isn't covered under Medicaid. So he's going to fly to Palestine and get it taken care of. Fuck you. He's got the money to fucking fly to Palestine. I thought it was unsafe there. I thought people were starving. Why would he fly to Palestine and then starve to death? Isn't that what you said? Oh, but what? Not him? He's not going to starve to death? His doctors and medical team that are going to perform whatever medical thing he needs on him that isn't covered by his insurance here, but isn't covered, but is covered there. They're all going to eat. That doesn't make sense. So there's food for him and food for his medical team, food for his son that sent you a picture. But you're going to try and complain and say that they're being starved to death over there? Why don't you fucking stop? You go to Palestine and then talk to us about it. Because you're fucking, you are lying. And you don't give a fuck about anybody else but yourself, bitch.
Zachy, baby, will you go down and grab that? Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. It's right plugged in next to my bed, baby. Just walk around right here. Come on. That way. Yep. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you, my love. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, right? Doesn't make sense at all. So his medical, surgery isn't covered from his free health care here. So he's going to fly to Palestine where people are dying of starvation. There's genocide. Doesn't make sense, TH.
Sorry. Intimidate people, belittle them, inspire them to be like you, and then scare them. You scare them to where, people are.
Right, Asher Dash, but it just doesn't make sense that this woman is talking like, the whole world is turning a blind eye to genocide in Palestine while her husband's flying there to get the medical attention he needs. And why would he even be trying to get it from Medicaid here? I don't know. Why does he have Medicaid?
Scared to support other people. People are scared to do anything different because here you guys are threatening everybody. And everyone that comes in here, you belittle them. You laugh at them. You call people stupid for even coming and chatting in here.
That's not true. That is not true, TH. It's not true. Not true.
I'm not a bad person. And people don't have to like me to want to come in here and say something. And those of you, no offense, and with all due respect to those of you who cry and apologize and shit, don't be a coward, man. Stand on what you do. If you're going to come in here, stand on that.
What? Do you want people to apologize to you or do you not? Are you calling them cowards or are you not? What the fuck do you even stand by?
Or don't come in here at all. Period. Stand on that.
I don't even know what this fucking woman is even talking about.
No way. And I'm not going to be someone to do get brought up here and there. It doesn't mean it's in a negative way, you know, and that you have to put people's address out. You know, especially when I fucking tell you. I wish you would, sis. I wish you would.
So she hates Swiss in this particular one. I mean, like, come on, lady. What's going on here? Like, so this is December 18th, 2024.
Piss the fuck off this, okay? So trust me when I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't have to think that, but it does matter. It does matter. What she does for a living matters.
A couple of months later, it doesn't.
And that's, you know, you're entitled to your opinion. But when you got somebody going up on a panel talking about how you gave birth with a child addicted to drugs, yes, it does matter. And it does matter when you're a patient where she works at. Yeah, it does matter. So, no, people's occupation. Just, I want you guys to really think. Now, your opinion might be that it shouldn't matter, but really think mental health crisis.
Ah. So months later, that doesn't matter. Okay. That just doesn't even fucking make sense right there.
Tall ass moccasins, but they're black, so they go with everything. Oh my god! In my shorts. What era? With your shorts? I'm ready. Are we cat? Was it Katie there today, Cat? 64C. Hey, iHeart. Welcome, baby. iHeart. Not. Well, I don't know if y'all know I posted it. 11 years today, y'all. I have not picked up an illegal drug. Bigfoot, good looking out, bitch. I was like 2 months in my recovery. And I had a fat ass toothache. And I just took it and I chewed it up and I put it on my tooth. You took that? What did you take? A Norco and a half, I'm sorry, made me have, I don't know what it was. It was the most craziest feeling. And I think what it was God gave me a whooping. And he was like, no, you're not going back. And what I done was, I just picked it up and just like it was nothing. Why you're scratching your feet, fucking junkie disease. Joking right now. Lou, you look like a fish. I mean, the way you fucking stare up at. When he graduated from high school. But that's okay. She wanted to spend the day with Polo. So what was that? What was that? What is with you?
Why would you think it's your fucking business? First of all, you fucking toe-stubbing junkie.
Let me keep my girlfriend here for collateral until I can bring you back your money.
Wow. Wow. Yes, you fucking, Catherine has to say, no brain. Just because she was jumping up and down.
She loves it. But what this stupid, brainless wonder doesn't get is I am friends with her oldest son. So I'm not calling his mother a dope whore.
You absolutely fucking did.
There's more archives and more archives to prove that they don't stick by their convictions. They really don't. TH and Lou, I do feel like you're not being harassed really at all, and you're just like truly still claiming to be.
Oh, it will be. I promise you that. Anybody, I don't give a fuck. SG, you a sorry piece of fucking filth. You are. You're a nut rag. You're a fucking nut rag.
But you are.
I'm a nut rag. I still have yet to hear you playing any audio of me doing to you what you claim I do.
Oh, I don't care how many times they say whatever. I'm gonna strike the fuck out of it. I promise to God I will.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want this live fucking watched over there.
Hmm.
Hear what she's got to say with her nasally ass self. Absolutely disgusting. She's disgusting and she's disturbed. And that beautiful, beautiful commentary is going to be struck also. That's all there is to it, Carrie. That's all there is to it. No, you got to be human. People that are decent don't do stuff like that.
Keep accusing me of it.
Well, it's sick what she says about you and your daughter. Nobody.
I don't say shit about her and her daughter.
You can have it up in that bitch's black ass eyeballs, and she would still.
Anyway, just so you guys know that there is plenty of genocide going on around the world, and from any of the research I've done, it seems to be a lot of religious genocide, and it is a lot of radical Islamic, Muslim groups. Just look it up. I'm not just saying that. It's alleged. Look it up. In Nigeria and Syria, and they are killing them left and right. They're killing Christians left and right. But why would your husband go to a country where there's people who are starving there and there's genocide? Don't even try it. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, lady. Doesn't make sense. And why does he have Medicaid here? And if you hate America so much, then go live in Palestine. No, I'm just telling you. You're a liar. You don't even know what you're talking about half the time. United we stand, divided we fall. Please say something encouraging and happy to people and encourage people. Peace, love, and tacos for all. Please like and subscribe.